Now let us look at an example for base class pointer pointing on derived class object. So for that I will take a base class first, and in this, as a public function, I will write a function that is void fun1, and this function will display cout fun1 of base. So I have taken only one function here. Now NL. So you can see that a base class is having a function called fun1. Then I will write a class that is derived, which is inheriting publicly from base class. Then it will also get that function fun1, but I will write one more function here that is void fun2, and in this I will display a message that is cout fun2 of derived and NL. So I have two classes here. One is base class and is having a function fun1, and a derived class which is having function fun2. Now let us come to the main function. I will create an object of derived class D. Then I will call d.fun1. Yes, it is available. d.fun2, and it is also available. So this derived class is having two functions, that is void fun2 as well as void fun1, which is coming from base class because derived class is inheriting from base class. Now if I run the program, then I will get these two functions called. So first it will display fun1 of base, then it will display fun2 of derived. Let me run and show you. Fun1 of base and fun2 of derived. Yes, I got this output. Now let us make some changes here. Inside the main function, I will take a base class pointer and I will assign the address of derived class object. Now this line is very different, that is a pointer is of base class ptr and the object is of derived class, that is a D. So can I use base class pointer to call the functions of this derived class object? So using a function pointer we use arrow. Yeah, I call this function. Then can I call this function ptr fun2? Let us see what happens. See, here I got a message that no member named fun2 in base. Did you mean fun1? So here compiler is giving an error that function 2 is not present in base class. It is present in derived class. See, the important thing to observe here is object is derived class. Yes, object of derived class must have both the functions fun1 and fun2. That is, fun2 is its own and fun1 is coming from base class. But here I am getting a message that no member named fun2. So it means when I have used a pointer of base class, it will look for these functions inside base class. And base class is having only fun1. It is not having fun2. So that's it. Base class pointer pointing to a derived class object can call only those functions which are defined in base class. So only this function can be called. We cannot call the functions of derived classes. This function cannot be called. I will remove this function and I can run. Now base class function will be executed. Yeah, fun1 of base. This function fun1 of base is executed. Okay, this we have learned one thing, that a base class pointer can point on derived class object, but it can call only those functions which are available in base class. Now I have also discussed one more thing, that is it possible other way? Let us check. I will take a derived class pointer and I will assign object of base class. So for that I will first create an object of base class B and I will try to assign the address of object of base class to a pointer. Let us see what error message I get. Cannot initialize a variable of derived pointer with a R value of a type base. So that's what I am getting, a compiler error here, that compiler is saying that I cannot assign the object of base class to a pointer of derived class. I already told you that this is not possible, this is not allowed. So that's it. With the basic example, we have finished this one. Now I will write on the code for the other examples which I have already given you on board. You can watch that in next video.